Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Capricorn, September 15, 2023. As the heavens shimmy forth, we see major new trends and smaller ones. While the luminaries and the planets are more visible and notable in astrology, the asteroids in the depths of space also provide meritable insight into life patterns. Vesta, the asteroid named after the Roman goddess of the hearth and the home, is a planet of undying and unwavering devotion. In ancient times, priestesses at the temple of Vesta used to sacrifice their sexuality to remain celibate. This shows that Vesta can provide insight into what we are willing to protect and defend in relation to our innermost desires. For now, tap into your emotional center. What do you want to do? If you want to move forward, you must look into your finances when the Moon in Virgo opposes Saturn retrograde in Pisces and conjuncts Mercury retrograde in Virgo. The transits will encourage you to work through any fear that you may have surrounding your finances. As a result, it might be easier to think about what you need to work on to achieve financial freedom. You could even have an eye-opening conversation that supports your ability to dive into financial endeavors and statements. While the Moon is in your financial sector ahead of tomorrow's new moon, aligned with Mercury in his last full day in retrograde motion here, this is putting the focus on the past rather than the future. Because Mercury will turn direct just before tomorrow's new moon, releasing the brakes just as the lights turn green, you can afford to make today more about looking back. Today's aspect can make you feel like every decision you make is all important. This kind of pressure can be difficult and confusing at times. Of course, what you eat and how much you exercise and whether you sleep well and enough are all important. But feeling like the decisions you make today are binding is a counterproductive force. Allow the feelings to come up and acknowledge any pressure you feel. Remember that nothing stays the same forever, including the position of the planets. The vibrations of the day are going to create a separation in your private or professional life. You will miss the person in question and will need a period to step back so you can get over this. In your professional life, you will get into an online class which will turn out to be very advantageous to you after a short period of adaptation. However, you may be a little stressed, which only a sense of humor and plenty of breaks will help. You shouldn't have any worries in your love life. To not only have the Moon in your financial sector but aligned with Mercury at a standstill in his last full day in retrograde motion here is a chance to make this count. This is a coming together of the Moon's financial instincts and Mercury's smart head for money, while there is a chance to stay in the moment while having a clear view of the rear view mirror. While today is more about looking back, with Mercury turning direct just before tomorrow's new moon, this is a chance to prepare for a turnaround ahead. The Moon's departure from your relationship sector yesterday was always going to leave you feeling more emotionally engaged, but with a whole lot more thrown in. This first visit since Venus, the planet of love, turned direct, and since the asteroid Juno returned, tapped into both the desire and means to move forward while revealing that the support is still there when it comes to giving your relationships, the past and unsaid words, a voice. Our eyes in the sky. The presence of the Moon in your income sector coinciding with Mercury's last full day in retrograde motion here is a significant advantage in itself. However, their alignment in the cosmic dance of the planets brings together a sharp intuition and a keen financial acumen, coupled with a profound sense of hindsight. This alignment provides you with a golden opportunity to make the most of the final day when all planets across the income, work, and career fronts are in retrograde motion, united in their emphasis on the past. Just before the Sun and Moon converge to create today's new moon in your income sector, Mercury is poised to turn direct. This pivotal shift acts like releasing the brakes just as the traffic light turns green. It allows for the removal of any obstacles that have been holding you back, precisely as the momentum from the new moon begins to propel things forward. With the benefit of your astute financial insights and the wisdom gained from Mercury's 3-week retrograde journey, you're well prepared to navigate this transition. At the same time that an alignment between Venus and the asteroid Juno that peaked in your financial sector last week is separating, it is also starting to come together again. By coming to a standstill, Venus allowed Juno to catch up, but now that she is moving again, she is doing the same. This is keeping the planet of money and the queen of commitment close as things start to flow more freely on the financial front. The moon bid adieu to your financial sector yesterday, leaving you not only with heightened financial instincts and a vivid imagination but also a treasure trove of information to unpack. This visit, the first since Venus resumed direct motion and the asteroid Juno made its return, has not only signaled a turning tide but has also ignited your determination and desire to advance your financial goals. The stage is set for positive changes and progress ahead. Today, as the moon graces the sign of Virgo and forms a celestial connection with Mercury retrograde, a sense of longing and dissatisfaction may wash over us. It might seem like those around us aren't providing the attention and affection we desire. However, it's important to recognize that this isn't the ideal day to pour out your emotions. The atmosphere is shrouded in ambiguity and uncertainty rather than offering clarity. In matters of the heart, exercise patience and restraint. Instead of rushing into declarations of love, consider taking things slowly, allowing the timing to naturally evolve into a more significant partnership. Despite the confusion, there's a positive undercurrent of love and warmth in your surroundings. Mutual trust and thoughtfulness prevail, creating a harmonious backdrop for your relationships. This favorable atmosphere can be harnessed to approach challenging and unavoidable conversations. People you engage with are less inclined to engage in arguments and more focused on finding mutually beneficial solutions. Be prepared for unexpected hiccups in your business dealings. Your plans and ideas may face resistance, making it challenging to convince others of their merits. While this can be genuinely frustrating, avoid the temptation to rush things, as impatience might lead to undesirable outcomes. Keep a level head to prevent potentially worse scenarios from unfolding. Remember, the key is to strike a balance between your innovative ideas and practical implementation. While your mind is buzzing with possibilities, it is essential to ground your aspirations in a realistic and achievable framework. By combining your imaginative thinking with a methodical approach, you can bring your visions to life in a structured and effective manner. In the realm of work, the moon pays its monthly visit to your work sector. Interestingly, this visit occurs as both planets in your income sector are in retrograde motion. This unique alignment also coincides with Mercury's last full day in retrograde motion in your work sector, setting the stage for tomorrow's new moon. This synchronicity marks a significant moment when all planets across the income, work, and career domains are in retrograde, collectively emphasizing a focus on the past. It's an ideal time to reflect on past endeavors and consider the lessons they hold for future success.